This was one of the most memorable moments of our lives as a family. Getting to touch Niagara Falls was an experience that we just could not pass up. Despite it being a very touristy and very expensive activity, it was completely worth it, 100%. We were overjoyed with the fact that we were going to be able to enjoy this moment as a family, dog included. So we were the morning crowd. We showed up right when they opened during the week, about 9 a.m.
Right.
There was already a couple people in line. Bought our tickets real quick. They were for the 9:05 showing. Walked right in, and then you get into this museum where they show you like history
of things that have happened in Niagara Falls.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah, I figured you would just walk in and here's your poncho, be on your way. But they actually make a whole thing out of it, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, there was like that power station that ended up collapsing. They gave a history of that. There was this cool thing that you could wipe away, and it would show like what it used to look like and what it looked like now. And then they would give a clock there, and it would show like a tick down to the next showing. We went into this other room, and you were sat down to watch this film. The film was cool because it was entirely...
They brought it to life.
They
old
did.
Photos, they were able to kind of animate so that it looked like old film.
And then the role that Nikola Tesla played.
It was an unexpected production. The quality of it
was really good.
And all the lighting and the sounds, and it was great and really informative.
Yeah, it really was. So it really set you up to get down to experience the falls, so you have a lot of knowledge going into it. So then you exit from there and you walk into this other room, and that's where you pick up your souvenir sandals that you get to take home. So you take a couple minutes to put those on, and then they take you outside. You walk across where the elevator's at, and then you take the elevator 17 stories down. This is what I was a little apprehensive about, because they're utilizing like the same elevator shaft that they dug by hand
90 to 95 years ago.
Oh my goodness. It's relatively quick though, 30-45 seconds.
Yeah.
And you get to the very bottom, and then you open up into this long damp hallway. You get to the very end of it, and you exit out into the bottom of the gorge, and then you get your yellow poncho. And so from there, it's like self-guided. You have great views of the river, of the gorge, and then the further you walk out, the further you get to views of the actual falls.
Right.
And then you end up on that red decking. You start off at the very bottom, you see the water, just, it's right there. It's like coming right over your feet. Look at the light. That was insane to be able to touch Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
And we had timed it good because the light was just cracking over the top. And so you got like this insane shadow effect from the sun and the waterfall.
It was cool. And it happened to be foggy that morning when we were heading there.
Yeah.
And we were pretty nervous about what we were getting into, because we had actually looked up live cams, and the whole gorge was just white. But we got there and it worked out really well. And I think the fog added to the lighting effects.
Yeah, definitely added some
over
moisture.
The falls. Yeah, it was really, really pretty.
The falls are powerful.
Oh.
Like insanely powerful, insanely loud. It makes you feel so small of a person to be that close to something so powerful. So you can hang out there for a little bit, and then when you're done, you go up and you walk onto the hurricane deck. And this is where the falls are hitting the deck. The winds are coming in at hurricane force, 70 miles an hour. That was crazy. It hurts when it comes down on you.
It does.
It feels like ice.
Yeah, like you're being hit with hail. It's intense.
It is intense, but it's falling so fast and from so high. It hurts and it feels like ice landing on you. You can hang out there for as long as you want.
Yeah.
In fact, we exited there, could walk off, and then you could do it all over again.
I was afraid it was like a one-way in, one-way out.
Yeah.
Once you're done, you've got to leave. But you can circle around there. It is, you know, kind of the deck goes up one way and then down another way. But you can circle as many times as you want to. You can stay out there for as long as you want to.
So we did it again. We went all the way through the thing again. There still wasn't very many people there.
Right.
It was never really busy. There was never really a lot of people at Niagara Falls. Of course, Cave of the Winds is at Niagara Falls, so you get to walk down there to all the different areas, the viewing areas, and get magnificent views of the falls. The entire place is dog friendly.
Yeah.
It's very nice to walk around.
It's a really nice park, and even in areas where people kind of collect, people move from spot to spot pretty quickly. You just stand and eventually a spot will open up if you're looking for a certain view. And you get right up there.
We were a little apprehensive about going just because it's such a touristy thing.
Right.
But again, it was never really busy. It was pricey, but it's one of those things where you kind of go in and do it once and then not come back. Well, we'll come back though.
Yeah, I would come back.
Yeah.
Yes, things are pricey. Yes, some of the things are really touristy. It's really pretty. It's an amazing experience. And it's mind-boggling, the power behind these falls, and to see the rapids and to see, it's just a lot to absorb.
Memorable experience for sure. So a couple tips for you when you go to the Cave of the Winds. One, bring a backpack to shove all your shoes in.
Right.
You thought of that before we left, but that was a great idea because we saw people like bundling their stuff up in a poncho and then they're like dropping it around everywhere. So that was a good thing to do.
You will get wet.
You will definitely get wet.
You're pretty protected when you first get your poncho, and you know, you can feel the little droplets of mist and you think you're doing pretty good, and then you get up to hurricane deck.
Yep.
And the wind starts and your poncho goes up and the water goes up and everything from waist down is wet.
Yep. So
I don't
wear
care
something
what you do to your poncho, you're wet.
Yep. So wear something that you're not gonna mind getting wet in.
Right.
At least the bottom half of you.
And keep that in mind if you're planning a whole day. If you had other plans after this, maybe stash a dry pair of underwear somewhere.
Yeah, you're gonna need it.
Yeah.
Another tip is to bring a waterproof case for your phone.
Yeah.
This may seem obvious, but it's one of those things that you might forget. You're definitely gonna want to take pictures and video of the whole thing, and definitely have one that slips around your neck because that water coming down, you don't want to lose your phone, and then there it goes. Take your time, go twice as another tip. To go at your own pace, and there's no official exit to exit the whole thing. You can go around multiple times.
Yep.
So if you're rushed kind of the first time because there's people behind you, just go around again and take your time. There's no time limit to how long you can stay there. When you're done, you just head right back, take the elevator up.
And bonus tip, the sandals. They're goofy as hell and they're optional. Get them because they're magical. Like you cannot slip in these things. Even inside of the sandals, your feet don't move. I felt very secure even when our feet were in the water. Never worried about slipping, never worried about the boys slipping.
Water shoe companies, take note, whatever they're using inside of their sandals.
It's magic.
It is magic. That's it, Cave of the Winds, go do it. And let us know if you've been below. Let us know what your favorite part of the whole thing is. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, go ahead and do so, and we will see you on the next one.